Hey guys, it's been a long time, hasn't it, since I've done a talkie video? Yeah, I got a new microphone and a phantom power supply for it, so I'm going to try it out and see how it works here, and hopefully it works good, so I can do some videos. It's not gonna be the best quality. It isn't the most expensive. My Snowball is defunct, unfortunately, which is one I really like. But this one, it's I forget the name of it. But it was only like 30 bucks, and it got really good reviews. And I've listened to it on the reviews, and the reviews sounded good. They said to use a preamp with it, so I got a preamp for it. So hopefully everything works out all right. I might have to adjust it, whatever. But yeah, I thought I'd get back to the talkie videos. That's kind of what this video is, sort of an update video. Kind of let you know what's going on with me and what's been happening. If you haven't been following me on Twitter, or well, that's the only social media I'm on is Twitter right now. But yeah, by the way, this is my Bedrock Edition world, and I'm using the what is it, the Fax texture pack is what it is. Pure dbCraft. So yeah, you can get it in the marketplace if you like it. I love this texture pack, actually. It's a lot of fun. It reminds me a lot of the old days of Minecraft, back when the Yogscast was doing Tekken and stuff. They used this texture pack, although it was a little bit different because it was on the Java version. But so what has been going on? Well, you may or may not know, depending on this is my portal over here. Uh-oh. Looks like we got a raid going on. Uh-oh. Got the bad omen. Is that all there is? Is there any more? I hear a skeleton somewhere. That's my little attempt at a chaotic portal. I thought it turned out okay. Yeah. I got the bee set up over here, doing the bee thing. Yeah, I was, oh, where are you? There he is. I got really good armor. Yeah, I've got like Depth Strider. I've got like the best armor you could probably get. So yeah, protection, Mindy 1. Had an AFK fish farm, which Silent Whisperer developed, and of course it quit working for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I didn't really need it after that. I mean, I've got everything I need. Everything has mending on it. I got an iron pickaxe. Don't I have a? Thought I had a. Yeah, here they are. Fortune 3. Got a really nice trident. Sharpness 3 on that guy. I'm not sure why. I guess that's just what it came up as, I guess. Suck Touch and Fortune 3. So yeah, I'm good to go on this. Even got a crossbow going. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's been a while actually since I've been on this world, believe it or not. Let's get rid of these swirlies. Do I got a bucket somewhere? I thought I had a bucket somewhere. Let me see if I can find a bucket here. So what has been going on? Well, you may or may not be aware that I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for about a week. I had a heart attack. There it is. It was relatively mild heart attack, as those things go. Of course, you know it's never a good thing when you have a heart attack, regardless of the intensity of it. But yeah, I had a heart attack. It was really strange. My whole chest just kind of seized up on me. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. So I ended up in the hospital, and they diagnosed me with congestive heart failure. My lungs were basically full of fluid. So I spent a week in the hospital, them getting me kind of back up to speed here. So I'm doing a lot better, but I'm on a very strict regimen right now. They did the what's called an angiogram, which is they go into your arteries and send a probe up into your heart They used to do it back down by the groin area in the leg, but now they do it in the just on your wrist. But anyways, they went up to my heart, checked it out, and found out that my heart was only pumping about 25%. A normal heart pumps anywhere. When I say pumping, I mean pumping the fluid out of the heart. A normal heart pumps at 50 to 80%. 50%, even though it doesn't sound like much, is normal. Your heart should evacuate. They call it, what is it called? It has to do with the valves. Oh, I forget now what it's. Did that just grow? I forget what they called it. EF evacuation function. I think's what they call it. Should have an EF of 50 or 80%. So every time your heart pumps, 50%, 50 to 80% of the fluid leaves the heart and goes into the arteries. Well, only 25% of mine is, which means I was at the low end of the range. My little sugarcane farm there. Here's my enchanting setup, which honestly, I don't. Once you get mending on everything, you don't really use that a whole lot. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's not weird. That's just the way it is. What do I have going on here? Oh, this is a composter. That's right. That's where I throw all my stuff in. Like I said, it's been a while since I've actually played on this world. I've been doing the challenge maps and stuff. There's been all kinds of good content coming out on the marketplace. But yeah, I've been haven't really played on this world for quite a while. And what time is it? Oh, it's midday. There's a village over here, and I've got a spawner set up. A mob farm set up. If I can remember where it is, let's walk over there and see if I can remember where it's at. So 25%, yeah, I'm at the low end of the range. So they sent me home with a thing called a life vest, which is basically a wearable defibrillator. Because my heart function is so low, and in the first third, oh, that's where you are. Jerk. Is that a different one? That must be a different one. I tell you, in Bedrock, you get those guys all the time. Because my heart function is so low, and I was at the lower end of the scale, the first, I'm eating pumpkin pie. That's what all those pumpkins are for. I'm eating pumpkin pie in this world. There it is, right there. There's the village. Because my heart function was so low, I was at risk of sudden cardiac death. So they sent me sudden cardiac death, which your heart just quits working. It's as bad as it sounds. So they sent me home with the life vest. I wore it for the first month or so, and I got to send it back. My heart has definitely improved. I'm on a real, like I said, I'm on a very strict regime, though. I say diet, but it's kind of a regime, but it's mostly diet. Yeah, you see this village is one of the zombie villages. I am limited to 6 cups of liquid a day. Now, I have a way up there somewhere. I forget how I got up there. I thought I made a way to get up there. I'll just go up this way. Should be able to, at least. Yeah. 6 cups of liquid a day because, I guess I didn't explain what congestive heart failure is. In case you don't know what congestive heart failure is, this is my little mob farm here. I've got I think it's a skelly. Is it a skelly farm? There it is right there. I can't remember what it is. I think it's a skeleton farm. We'll sit here for a minute, go down and look at it. Congestive heart failure, if your heart isn't pumping the fluid out of the heart, like mine wasn't, because I was only at 25%, that other 25% has to go somewhere. So it backs up into your lungs, and that's where your lungs fill up. And that's the congestive heart failure. Your lungs fill up to the point where you can't breathe, but it also, because there's so much fluid down there, it presses on your heart. And that's what was happening to me. It was that fluid buildup was actually physically pressing on my heart and giving me heart trouble. I couldn't breathe, ended up in the hospital. So the regime I'm on is 6 cups of fluid a day, because that's the big thing, right? You can't get rid of the fluid, so they want to reduce the amount of fluid. And I'm on heart medicine, of course, blood pressure medicine, I mean. And they want my heart pressure. My blood pressure wasn't that bad. It was a little on the high side, but it wasn't that bad. So they're kind of at a loss as to figure out why my heart is so weak, why it's not working the way it's working. And the best theory they have right now is I caught a virus at some point. The virus weakened my heart, which some viruses do. In fact, the coronavirus is also one of these that weakens your heart. They tested me for coronavirus. I didn't have any. Didn't have COVID, so I was good on that. The situation is basically on this. If my heart function doesn't improve, there isn't really anything they could do to fix the heart. It's just that they're going to put in a pacemaker so that my heart doesn't stop. Because at the 25%, you're at risk for sudden cardiac death. And because my heart produces a lot of, I think they call it arrhythmia. If you look at the waveform on my heart, it's got this little spike, and it spikes up. And the problem is I get a lot of these little spikes in a row. And when you have a lot of them in a row with a weakened heart, you have potential for your heart stopping. So they say they're going to install a pacemaker. Unfortunately, it's not going to fix the situation, but if my heart stops, it'll kick it back in there. But I am improving, so I'm praying that I don't have to go through that procedure, because I am actually improving. So I exercise, believe it or not. They want you to exercise and exercise so that your heart starts beating. And, it's a muscle, right? So you got to exercise it. So I've been exercising. Right now, the facilities and the weight places aren't open. So I've been walking and trying to walk at a good steady pace, enough to, get the heart rate up a little bit. Here at the apartment, they have treadmills, so I'm waiting for those to open back up so I can go in and start using those and set up a nice little routine on the treadmill, because it's starting to get hot here in Texas. So, yeah, that'll be good. So 6 cups of water a day. I'm limited to 2 grams of sodium a day, so I got to watch sodium on everything. And believe me, until you start looking at the sodium content and stuff, man, the sodium's in everything. I mean, even milk has sodium. It's 115 milligrams of sodium in milk, at least here in the United States. Now, if you're over in Europe, your food's probably 100 times better than it is here in this country. Because in this country, they process everything. Everything gets processed. Everything has sodium in it. It's just a mess. You can't find, even the quote-unquote healthy foods have tons of sodium in it. So go figure. Yeah, the situation in this country is an absolute mess right now. Not just food-wise, but everything-wise. So it's crazy. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as the health situation. And this obviously has been going on for a while, and accounts for a lot of the problems that I've been having health-wise. I also retired at the end of May. I'm just working part-time right now because physically I'm just not able to do it. And with everything going on. So, yeah, I retired. I'm working part-time. The financial situation is a bit troublesome at the moment, because even though 80% of the bill was covered, my 20% of the bill amounts to not including the hospital. Now, this is separate. The hospital's separate, but all the doctors and lab work and all that kind of stuff is over $10,000 at this point now. I'm starting to get most of my bills in, and just that point, just that is over $10,000. So I've been trying to negotiate with them. I'm getting some discounts. I'm getting payment plans set up. I applied. The hospital actually offers aid, so I applied for aid. So hopefully that'll come through. If it does, then I'll be able to get some offset. I'm not exactly sure what the aid, what that means as far as, what it exactly is they're going to do, but it will only apply to the hospital, not to the doctors. So it's a tough situation. I mean, even when you got stuff covered in this country, going to the hospital will break you. Even if you have insurance, unless you have really, really good insurance, which is extremely expensive in this country, even through the marketplace. And see, I don't have any insurance right now because I'm part-time and I'm not eligible for insurance. So I get in the marketplace and I look and see what the insurance is. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Number one, the affordable plans that I could afford at this point in time, since I'm on basically a fixed income, the plans that I could afford don't have anybody here in the Austin area. None of them. They don't have anybody here in the Austin area. The only places in the Austin area are plans that are well outside my budget, and this is on the marketplace. So yeah, the Trump administration has pretty much killed the marketplace. Even though they couldn't do away with it, they've pretty much killed it. It's useless for me. So at this point, I don't even have insurance. So it's a real mess. But you know what? I'll get through it. I've had to start over how many times in my life when the dot-coms, I was making good money. I was a programmer making good money, and then all the dot-coms crashed, lost all my money, lost all my investments, lost everything. I had to go back to retail, but it's worked out. God has blessed us, and things are working out. So the situation is improving as far as health wise. The financial situation, just going to have to deal with it. It's gonna be tough, but you know what, we'll just get through it. I mean, you just got to keep moving one foot in front of the other, keep moving forward. That's what you got to do in this situation. So there's skeleton spawner. Let's see if I can heal up my armor. So hopefully, since I am, look at that, that's nice. Since I am going to be retired, my plan is to do some more videos and kind of get back to the old routine, if you will, I guess is what you call it. I don't know if I ever really actually had a routine. What's down here? Oh yeah, it's just more junk. I just don't even need any of this stuff. That's the thing. I've got infinity on my bow, so it's not like I need arrows or any of this stuff. It's pretty crazy. I'll take the bones. The bones are always handy to have. And I got 12 eggs. Where did those come from? I'm not sure. Thought I had a little. Oh, I do right here. Yeah, that's a little despawn. I need to set up a little thing where I can just put them in a chest and they'll go down into some lava. So, yeah, like I said, I haven't played on this world for a long time because I've been playing challenge maps and been doing modded on Java. It's dark out here. So, yeah, I really haven't played on this thing in a long, long time. I've been enjoying the Bedrock challenge maps. I call them challenge maps, but they're like skyblock maps and that kind of stuff. There's a whole bunch of them, a lot of those stuff coming out, and it's fun. I enjoy playing those, so that's what I've been doing. Haven't been playing on this too much. Look at all these guys. So, stop it. The series that I've been doing, what's it called? See, I'm back to my can't do two things at once here. I need to get back into playing and talking at the same time. Not that I was ever really very good at it, as you already know. I wasn't very good at all. Oh my goodness. But Yeah, the Spellbound Caves. That's a Vex map, of course, but I converted it over into Bedrock. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun playing some classic CTM maps converted over into Bedrock, and I'll be doing more of those. They're going to have to be older maps because, unfortunately, Bedrock and Java are completely different when it comes to add-ons and redstone and custom spawners. None of that stuff will work in Bedrock from Java, none of it. So there I am. So because of that, it'd just be stuff that doesn't include any of that stuff. Or if it does, it'll be minimal. It's stuff that won't basically amount to anything as far as in the gameplay. Like the newer Vex maps, he went into custom spawners in a big way in the later maps, so I wouldn't be able to play those. But the problem with some of the older maps is they don't convert over very very easily either, especially if they're older maps, because I have to convert it over to the 1.15 in Bedrock or Java, and then convert it over to the 1.15 in converted. I have to save the Java map in 1.15 in Java, and then when I convert it over into Bedrock and 1.15. I think that's the version we're on now. And because of that, some things break, like some of the map Lethamyr that I converted over. None of the wools appeared in the chests, so it's just a glitch. It's just a glitch, and it's pointless to go through and pointless to go through and add in all the wools when that's the whole point of the thing is to. Because then you'll know how everything's set up, and it's kind of, even though I've played these maps before, it's been so long, I don't really remember too much about them, so it's like I'm playing them again. But Spellbound Caves has been good so far. I think we missed one wool's disappeared. I think it was the brown wool. It wasn't in the box, but the rest of them have been. But there have been a few glitches with it, so, that's just the way it works. Just the way it works. So anyways, I've still got the Spellbound Caves going, and if this works out fine, then I'll go ahead and do an audio on that as well, and get back to doing the audio on this stuff. So, but anyways, guys, it's 22 minutes right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. I just kind of wanted to let you know what's going on. Expect a little bit more content from me, hopefully here. I'm only working part-time, so I should have time to do it. Problem is the kiddos are. My grandkids live with me, and my daughter. We all live together, and so the kiddos are home because of COVID and school let out early and all that mess. So, but I'll try to record when I can, and definitely going to finish up Spellbound Caves. I've got more CTM maps coming. Going to do some from B-Ran, if you remember Mr. B-Ran from Decidedly Vanilla. He is not doing content anymore, unfortunately, but he was kind enough to give me his map, so I'll be going through those again. So that'll be fun. I enjoyed those maps. Those were mini CTM maps, and I just been looking at some of the older maps and seeing if I can get them converted over. So we'll see how it goes. I'm definitely going to continue to do some of the CTM maps, and I can hopefully do the older ones, convert them over. So I got a Minecraft converter program. It's one you have to quote unquote lease for a year. So I've got it for a year. Probably won't renew it after that because honestly it's not really worth it. It's just there's not enough compatibility between the two versions to really justify the cost on it. But it was only $60 a year, and at the time I could well afford it. Money's going to be tight right now, though, I can tell you that. So I'm not going to be buying too much out of the marketplace, nor am I going to be spending too much extra stuff. The setup that I have now, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to spend any more money, that's for sure on it. So yeah, until things get back on track. So anyways, guys, I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that y'all have been giving me during my convalescence and during my stay at the hospital. It was very much appreciated. Hopefully things will work out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.